A follow-up on our exclusive story on the private voting machine set up in the conference room of the Jefferson Parish Registrar of Voters office.
We take a closer look at potential state violations and what some are calling a timely constitutional amendment on the November 8th ballot. Paul Murphy broke the stories here with more. Paul.
Karen Todd, JP Registrar of Voters Dennis DeMarco told us it's not a big issue in his mind, but Eyewitness News legal analyst Chick Foray says setting up a voting machine for VIPs appears to be a serious breach of the Louisiana election code.
This was clearly a terrible decision that was made by Dennis DeMarco.
As WWL-TV first reported, Louisiana's Secretary of State investigators seized a voting machine set up out of public view in the private conference room of Jefferson Registrar of Voters Dennis DeMarco. On Thursday, DeMarco said the machine, located just steps away from a long line of early voters, was for police and firefighters, and in some cases, he admits VIPs used the machine.
It's merely a convenience for those whose time, is, for lack of a better word, maybe more valuable than others.
Both federal and state authorities are now investigating whether any laws were broken. WWL-TV legal analyst Chick Foray maintains there doesn't appear to be any violations of the Federal Voting Rights Act. But he says DeMarco may have some problems when it comes to the state election code.
The Louisiana election code clearly states that voting machines need to be in the full view of the public. This machine was not in the full view of the public.
In a strange twist, Constitutional Amendment number 1 on the November 8th ballot deals with registrars of voters across the state. If approved, it would allow the legislature to establish new qualifications for local registrars of voters, such as minimum education and workforce experience requirements.
Unfortunately, common sense is not a qualification to be a registrar of voters.
But State Senator J.P. Morrell, whose district includes parts of Jefferson Parish, said the legislature would be able to mandate registrars get better training on state election laws.
Everybody is 100% committed to there being no voter fraud. When you start having secret, separate booths that don't have that level of scrutiny, that is when people really get concerned.
Late this afternoon, we received confirmation the FBI is now investigating a complaint about DeMarco's private voting machine. Robert Evans, the Metairie attorney who contacted the feds after he voted on that machine, told us he was to be interviewed by federal investigators later this afternoon.
All right, we know you'll stay on that story. Thanks very much for the update, Paul.